What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel, man. We got a beautiful day, beautiful day. It's been like stupid nasty hot for the last like couple weeks, and a cold front pushed through. Right now it's like in the low 70s. It feels phenomenal. Man, just good to be out here. Moving a little bit slow, you know. We're mid-afternoon. Started out the day just kind of plinking some fish off on a minnow, just throwing that big bite baits spotlight minnow, Drew Gill's minnow. That's a really good one. You know, we're just out there playing around, just trying to get going. Another minnow fish. No minnow bite going on. I don't think it's a big one. Decent. Yeah, it's better than what I've been catching. And decent one, keeper. Just throwing a little minnow. Spotlight minnow. That's bad. Holy crap, look at that school bass right there. That's one coming up. That's fun. They're out here just swimming around. I got some new urchins. Let me show you real quick. They're from a company in Breese, Illinois. They're called the BFT. And you know, everybody's making an urchin nowadays. And I've been trying some different ones out. The Yamamoto Uni's been really good. But this is a, well, this is a mini urchin. They've got mini urchin and they got the super urchin. But BFT stands for Big Fish Tackle. I don't know. We're throwing this thing around. Just mixing it up. I'm trying to learn that, you know, that technique, that urchin technique. I've caught quite a few fish on it, and I'm trying to see if it applies to, you know, how many different ways you can fish it. And I'm actually going to do a video, I think, where I rig an urchin up a bunch of different ways and see if I can catch fish on it. But it seems to me the best way to do it is just kind of fishing it like a jerk bait. So I did some island. There's some bait in this area, and we're going to pick up that urchin and see if we can catch some fish. I'm actually going to set up the I'm gonna set up the scope cam, see if we can get some scope footage. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Thumbs up, we'll see if we can catch a fish. Rock and roll, baby. That's a good one. The same fish that's right in my minnow. Good fish. Fish freaking ate it. Look at that. Ate that. It's an urchin. This is a BFT, Bass Fishing Technologies urchin. Just got some of these the other day. Got on that Freako rig. And we're just playing around. That's a decent fish. I'm just playing around out here. I mean, the minnow, we caught some fish on a minnow. That's kind of going on a little bit. Had some fouls on chatterbait. We just picked up this sucker here, and we're just, you know, we're just enjoying the day, kind of relaxing. Flash on it. Pretty good little school down here. The urchin, man. They like this thing. Threw that minnow over there. I actually had a pretty good one grab that minnow, and I pulled him off, and we just picked up that urchin because they quit committing to that minnow, and it's working. This is baby bass color, and if you haven't seen that Jewel Freako rig system, that's, you know, that's the way I've got this thing rigged up. Just a nail weight basically with a little T-bar in the back of it, and it's got a little hole in the top of the nail weight, and I've got a 2-aught VMC weedless Neko hook. I'm throwing it on a 16-pound Sunline FC Sniper, and I like this spinnerbait rod for this. This is 7'2" medium heavy fast spinnerbait rod by Vert. It's just the Red Diamond series, but it's got some tip, you know. You want something with some tip so you can really jerk it. You're fishing this thing like a jerk bait, man. It's just tap, 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 tap. And this is I believe this is a 19 millimeter size. That seems to be the best kind of all around deal. Just to lose 7-1, but you're hitting it, just popping it and popping it. You know, I'm looking at some of these fish. I've had some bites, not looking at them. I need to retie that line. But this is a technique that you can actually just fish the bank with this thing. Just throw it out there. It's sinking really slow. Just fish it just like a jerkbait, and it'll come up. It just gets heavy. The same thing as a jerkbait, man. It's the same, pretty much the same kind of bite. But you know, it's fun. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I'm digging it right now.
One of the things that Mike Marfell was talking about when he was comparing some of the times that he's had better success with the urchin, it was a conditions thing. It was the water clarity and the sun.
And the sun, yep.
Yeah, and so, but what you're saying is that, at least in your experience, you think that it's more cracking the code of the presentation more than necessary. And like he said, exactly what you said, it's not a magic bullet. It's not just like you throw this thing in the water and you automatically catch every fish.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's a combination of all that, but the first time I had a really good day on the urchin was a couple months ago, and I was catching them in water that was about 4 to 5 foot of visibility, and I intentionally went back to the back of this creek where the water was like 1 foot to 1.5 foot visibility, and I still caught them. And I was like, okay, because my thought was it's a clear water deal, they need to be able to see it. But I think with all those tentacles, it moves a lot of water so those fish can pick that up on their lateral line. So it's not necessarily something you know, it's not limited to just clear water, because it does push so much water the fish can pick it up, and it has a big presence. So not only can they feel it when they get kind of close to it, they can see it. So it's really kind of wide open. There's going to be a lot of innovation over the next year or so. Like iCast, there was so many urchins and so many rigging options that came out. But yeah, you just got to pick it up and throw it and see if it works. It's just kind of that deal.
Before we let you go, we're going to get into the this week's fishing report in just a second. You want to give your part of the fishing report before we send you back out there on the water, Gabe?
Yeah, let's do it. I appreciate the shout out, Tony. Just real quick, I got some really cool stuff coming down the pipe in the next couple of weeks. There's some really cool videos or just days where I really was able to catch fish using certain techniques that aren't quite as popular. So look for those. They're coming down the pipe. As far as the fishing right now, these lakes are all like high 80s. The water's starting to clear up. You know, we had a bunch of rain over the last 3 weeks, but most of that is kind of settled in. So we're getting back to like the normal summer water. And one thing I wanted to say, and we talked a little bit about this last week, is, you know, there's a thermocline that's set up in a lot of these lakes. Lake Egypt right now, I can't really find one. But I've been in some lakes recently where it's as shallow as 6 feet. So anytime you're dealing with a lake that's got a thermocline, you don't want to fish deeper than that thermocline, and you probably want to find cover that's just a little bit above that thermocline, because that band of water is cooler than the surface temp, and those fish they're going to be looking for that little bit cooler water, but they also want a place where they can hide and ambush shad that come by. And something I'm learning this year is, in the past, I would always slow down on these really hot summer days and throw like a shaky head or a jig or a plastic worm. I'm catching a lot of fish this year on moving baits, like reaction style baits, like chatter baits, swim jigs, crankbaits, even this urchin and this minnow. It's moving pretty fast. So if you're out there and it's really, really tough, don't be scared to throw something moving, because you know, fish are either feeding or they're just reacting to the bait. And if you can't get them to actually feed on something that's moving slow, get after them, cover water, and snap a bait around, make them commit to that, make them react, and you're going to catch more fish.
Awesome stuff. Gabe Montgomery from the 10 Horse Monty YouTube channel. Thanks as always for your time, my friend. Look forward to talking to you again real soon. Good luck out there, and have a great rest of your day.
All right, fellas. Later. That was my fishing report on the Bluff City Outdoor Show. Go check them out, man. They're doing good stuff, man. They you know, every Thursday they do the live, well, it's a recorded version, but I think they drop it right after that in podcast form. And then Saturday morning, it's live on the air in the St. Louis area. I don't know the call numbers, but you can get on their website, check it out. They got good stuff. They got all kinds of guests. I've been on there a lot. They do a fishing report every week, and it covers, you know, Truman, Wren, Lake of the Ozarks, Taneycomo, Table Rock, all over Missouri and southern Illinois. So give them guys a holler, but I'm gonna try to catch me another fish. Got him. Fish. Ha-ha. Decent fish. It's a good little urchin, man. I like it. It's working pretty good. Working pretty good. These fish are not stupid by any means. I'm having to work for them for sure, but it's fun. Got him. All right, we caught a few on that urchin, but it's kind of went away, and I'm starting to see some topwater activity. Don't have much time left. You know, the thing about the urchin is it's a really slow fall, and to me it's better for targeting like pieces of cover where the cover's not moving. You can throw down there, let it sink, and get it over that cover and twitch it. A lot of these fish are out, they're moving around, they're swimming along the bottom, and by the time I get this thing down there, they're pretty much out of the area. So something like a minnow would probably be better, or even a jig, something that gets down there fast. But so we're gonna do that. We're gonna pick up a minnow a little bit, cover a little bit of water, and we're kind of watching for these fish to start blowing up. And if they start blowing up, we're gonna fire like a shower blow or something in there and see if we can snatch a couple up before we cut her down. This is a great bait though. You know, people that fish off the bank and stuff, kayaks, you don't have to have forward-facing sonar to catch fish on the urchin. it's got a lot of drawing power, but it's not like a magic bullet. It's not like you just throw it in the water and the fish just smash it. There's certain lakes where it works better, certain times of the day. You just got to play around with it. But let's see if we can catch a few more fish before it gets dark. Got him. Piece of fish. There we go. Decent fish on the spotlight minnow. Throwing that smoky, I think it's called smoky shad. It's been a really good color for me. It's you know, just a gizzard shad looking color. It's got more silver in it than the white belly, but decent fish. There's a lot of fish swimming around here. If we can just get them to bite. Got him. Fish. No. Sit down, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. Had to switch up. I ran out of the 4.8 and that silver. Now we're throwing like the 4.2 and the blue gizzard. It's got that white belly. I don't like this one as much, but I'm still getting a bite or two. We're about out of time, folks. Man, just, you know, we caught some fish. Just wasn't anything spectacular, but I got a little bit of time left, and I'm gonna pick up I think I'm gonna pick up a jig, wagon rig, and probably just a Texas rig. Just kind of relax, work some of these points, see if we can get a few bites before we have to shut her down. Water temp it's 87 degrees right now. Back where I was at, it was like 89, and probably like 5-6 foot visibility, and lakes have full pool. It's beautiful though. Air temps are like low 70s, humidity's kind of low. A lot of pleasure boaters out running around. Got him. Shower bow. Little fish, but little guy. Fish rocket, dude. Little mini max. That's a good bite. I thought that was a big fish. There he is. Good fish. Fight and crawl. Nice fish. Yo, big bite bait, fight and crawl. That's a good one. Just all tatted up. Nice fish. Another one. Fish, max. There we go. pretty good quality fish. Throwing that little mini max that's gonna wrap it up. Man, we had fun. Got out here a little bit late. A lot of fish just kind of sitting out off the bank. That's the main pattern right now. But we just kind of closed the day up throwing a little green pumpkin mini max with a little 3-inch fight and crawl on the back. This is actually a pretty good little combo. That little 3-inch fight and crawl works really well with that mini max. But you know, nothing spectacular, but we did catch some fish on that urchin and made a day of it. The weather, no complaints. The weather is phenomenal. It's gonna change though. A couple days from now, it's gonna be back in the high 90s. So that's all I got for you. Subscribe. Until next time.